everybody, Jamie the Board Game Man, and today we are going to look at a really unique and rare card game from 2015. It's from AEG Games. It plays 2 to 6 players, and in this game, you want to come in second place in order to win. Not first, but second. So if you're one of those gamers that always come in second place, this is the game for you. It is called Why First? And the object of this game, obviously besides coming in second place, is you start off the game with 5 cards. And what you do with this first card is you give it to any player that's playing on. So say you have a 4-player game, you can either give the card to yourself or you can give them to another player. And what you do is you add up or subtract, because they come in negative numbers and positive numbers. I believe they go as far back as -4 and +5, I believe. I'll double check that. And what you do is every person will lay down a card in front of either themselves or somebody else. So there's a possibility you might not get a card. What you do is you go through all 5 of these cards. At the end of the first round, whoever is in second place, you tally that person's score. Then you go on to round 2. You play 5 rounds with 5 cards, and whoever comes in second place wins the game. I think that's really cool. So let's head on over to the gamers table, where I'm going to show you how to play Why First? All right, here we go with Why First? Okay, let's go ahead and open up and see what is inside the box. And you can see here is the instruction booklet. I folded it this way, and it's a great instruction booklet. It's in color, and it does go over all the different cards that are in here. And I was right, it is from, let's see here, -4 to +5. So that's what all the cards come out to be. You see all the illustrations, shows you all the good stuff that you need to know. And like I said in the intro, when you win second place, you win the game. Okay, that's the instruction booklet. Now let's go ahead and break out the small, tiny little board. That's it. So that is the board. Then you also have the little playing pieces, which you can see there's 6 different colors because it is a 2 to 6 player game. These are the little tokens. And then you also have the cards. You got to have the cards. And what you do is first and foremost, what you're going to do is you're going to pick which color you want to be. There's 6 different colors because you have up to 6 players. You can go ahead and choose. We're going to go ahead and do a little 3-player game just to kind of show you how this works. So what we'll do is let's do white, purple, and blue. Let's go ahead and try these 3 colors. So what you'll do is you'll take the other 3 and place them in a box. You will no longer need these in the game. I'm going to go ahead and take the box, place it right over there, out of the way. And then what happens is each player is going to go ahead and take the corresponding color. And this is going to be, actually, I guess that's a gray. I'm sorry, I thought that was white. And we got purple and blue. So what you'll do is you'll take these remaining 3 and take them and put them in the box as well. You no longer need those because every player gets a player token. Now you'll see on the board, this is where the starting area is. So what you're going to do is each player is going to go ahead and place their token on the starting bid. Now what happens is these are the cards. These are kind of cards with the golden back on them. And you'll see they have all the like +1, -1, +2, and like I said, from minus, they have in here, okay? And what you're going to do is after you go ahead and shuffle the cards up, each player is going to receive 5 cards. So let's do 3 players here. So let's say blue is over here, we'll say purple is down here, and gray is over here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and pass out 5 cards to each player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and place the rest of these cards right here. And then you decide what you're going to do is, there is no first, second, or third. What you're going to do is everyone's going to go ahead and choose a card that they want to play. So you can see we have the cards here. So we have a +5, -1, +1, +2, -2. Okay. You're going to decide which one of these cards you want to play. Okay. So let's just say, let me bring this down just a little bit here. Let's see. Let me tilt this down a little bit so you can see everything, so nothing's cut off. There we go. Okay. And let's just say I'm going to go ahead and pick this card. I'm going to put these 4 aside. This player is going to go ahead and choose this card. Okay. And this player is going to go ahead and choose that card there. Okay. Now what you're going to do with the first card, you can decide who you want to play this card on. Okay? You can play it for yourself. You can play it for player 2. You can play it for player 3 in this case. It doesn't matter who it is. All 3 players simultaneously chooses a person to give that card. So let's say I'm going to give this one to Gray. Gray gives this to Purple, and Purple keeps their card. Okay? So what happens is, what you're trying to do, like I said in the intro, you're trying to get second place. Okay? So what happens is, I don't have any cards, and that can happen. Okay? So I'm going to be staying at the starting position. Now we're going to see Purple over here. He has 2 cards. So he has a +1 and a +4. So Purple's going to move up to +5. He's going to go to +5. Okay? He needs to go out of the game. And then the Gray player has a +1. So Gray is going to go +1. So right now, as you can see, these go in the discard pile after you play the first round. And as of right now, it doesn't matter right now, but in the second place player is in the lead right now with 1. So you're going to keep that in mind. This player is in second place at this time. So now round 2 comes. Or I should say this is the first round. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and choose these cards. You're going to choose what card you want to use. Let's say this one uses this one plays this one, and this one plays this one. Okay? Okay, all 3 players are going to go ahead and choose who they're going to give the card to. Let's see, Purple gives me this one, and Gray stays there, and Purple doesn't get any this time. Okay, now we got to figure out what's going to happen here. Blue is going to look at their cards. They have a +4 and a -1, so obviously that will end up being a +3. So Blue is going to go up to 3. He's going to the discard pile. Purple's going to stay where they're at. And you have Gray, who now has -3. So Gray is going to go 1, 2, 3, down to -2. So now Blue is now in second place. So now you're going to go through the third. You're going to go through your remaining cards here. You got 3 cards left in the first round. I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. This player chooses this one, and this player chooses this one. And simultaneously, here we go. Okay, who's going to get what? Okay, I'm going to get this one. You're going to get this one. I'm going to keep this one. So now every player has a card. So Blue's going to look at their card, and it's a -2. So Blue goes down to 1. Oops, down to 1. Okay. Purple's going to say, oh, he goes to +3. So Purple's going to go 1, 2, 3. And Gray is going to be, let's see what Gray has, a -4. So Gray goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So Blue's looking pretty darn solid right now. Blue is in solid second place right now. There's a lot of room here, and there's a lot of room up here. So that's interesting. So each player wants to take note of that. So now we go to the 4th card we're going to use. And the 4th card is going to go ahead and choose this one. This player chooses this card. This player chooses this card. And let's say they all decide to keep their own cards. Okay? So Blue is going to say, oh, Blue has a +2. So Blue goes up to 3. That goes in the discard. And let's see, Purple has -1. So Purple goes back 1, trying to get that second place position. And Gray has a +1. All right, so this goes up to -5. Now we have one more final card in the first round. Each player is going to go ahead and play that card. And let's see what happens. Everyone's going to do their thing. And let's say, I give this one to this one, and then the Gray keeps theirs. Okay. So at the end of round 1, let's see where everybody ends up being. So Blue has a +3. 1, 2, and 3. Purple has a +5. That is not good for Purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes up to 12. And then Gray has a +2. That's not good enough. That's only going to give him the -3. So now you're at the end of the first round. And just like that, Blue is in second place for the first round. So what you're going to do is you will need a pad of paper and a pen or pencil. And you're going to jot down the score at the end of each round. So in this case, Blue has 6 points. So what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and get the pen and paper, and you're going to say Blue, 6 points. Okay? And that would be the end of round 1. Then what you would do is you put all the pieces back over here. Okay? Everyone would get 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then you're going to do it all over again. You're going to do all 5, this and that. And what you're going to do is And same thing. You're going to go through, you're going to choose a card, you're going to choose a player who wants to take that card, and so on. And then who's ever in second place at the end of round 2 will score those points. So let's just say at the end of round 2, it was looking like this. Okay, purple would end up scoring 2 points for the second round. If there are 2 players that end on the same place, these are tied for first, so this would be second place. So he would actually get a -1 for blue, okay? Now say you had 4 players. Let's just say we had a 4-player game, and it was like this. Okay? You have first place, second place, and third place. If you had 2 players that ended on the same number in second place, then both players would score, in this case, 2 points each. So purple would score 2 and gray would score 2. That's what happens if you have a tie for second place in one of the rounds. You're going to do this 5 times, going back and forth with the cards. You're going to reshuffle, obviously, because there's only so many cards in the deck. So you would go ahead and reshuffle after you finish, depending on how many players you have in the game. And that's pretty much how you play. After the 5th round, you will score the final numbers, and in the grand totals on the paper or on the pad, whoever has the second highest score will win the game. And that, my friends, is why first. So yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. And so thank you so much for watching. I don't know if you have this game or not. If you do and you love it, let me know. If you don't have the game, you never heard of it before, and you're like, you know what? This looks like a fun game. I want to go get it. Yeah, please make sure you make a comment and subscribe today if you're not a subscriber. And once again, thank you so much for watching. This was Why First by AEG Games.